Hey there, this is Andrew bringing another Keyforge Dark Tidings deck reveal and review. I don't know what I was going to say there. Uh, let's see what we get. I think the name is going to be on this side. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I was hoping for some Unfathomable. I'm missing some of them. Um, this is Q Villanueva, the Growth Life Coach. That's hilarious. Okay, so it's Saurian, Unfathomable, and Untamed. So I am hoping for some Rush and Untamed still. I'm hoping for some board control in Saurian and then cool stuff in Unfathomable. We'll see what we get. We should start with Saurian. Ooh, this is my first time with this card. Eclectic Ambrosius. This is a 4-powered dinosaur philosopher. At the end of your turn, you put a knowledge counter on it, and it has action remove 3 knowledge counters from it if you do gain 6. This is great because all you have to do is protect this on your non-Saurian turn to let it sit and gain counters. Maybe some taunt in Saurian, a Lapisaurus. Maybe just exhausting stuff in Unfathomable. And then when the time comes, it has 3 counters on it, just boom, it's 6 amber. That's cool. I love it. Okay. Very happy about that. Oh, Berry Riches. This is a great card. Also, it's an action. When you play it, if the tide is high, you move 1 amber from each creature to its controller's pool, otherwise raise the tide. And this is great because actually there are conditions where like the effect isn't going to be very good and you'd rather just raise the tide, and then there are conditions where the effect is going to be crazy good and it's worth taking 3 chains to make it fire. Gladiodontus is a 15-power mutant that enters play stunned. It only deals 5 damage when fighting, but after it fights or reaps, if it's the first time it's been used this turn, you ready and enrage it. That is pretty cool. Humble is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you exhaust a creature. If you do, move 3 amber from that creature to the common supply. Really nice. Cerarium is an artifact with a bonus amber. It's a location, and it says each creature with the lowest power cannot reap. Um, that's some nice control there. Trojan Sauropod, very funny, is an artifact with a bonus amber. It's an item. It enters play under your opponent's control, and it has Omni. Gain 3 amber. Your opponent reveals their hand and puts each creature from it into play ready, then refills their hand as if it were their draw card step. Destroy Trojan Sauropod. Very iffy card here. Uh, very iffy, but cool. It's a cool card. Carpe Winum is an action. When you play it, you exalt 2 enemy creatures. So slow amber production there. Consul Primus is a 3-powered dinosaur politician. It enhances with a capture that we'll see somewhere, and it has move an amber from a creature to another creature. Faust the Great got a capture on it. That's really nice. It's a 4-powered dinosaur that makes your opponent's keys cost +1 for each friendly creature with amber on it. And when you play it, you may exalt a friendly creature. Really cool. I like it. Lapisaurus is a 4-power beast with 2 armor. It has taunt, and while attacking it, enemy creatures gain fight. Before fight, exalt this creature. So um, that gives you amber slowly. Feels to me like Berry Riches is not necessarily going to be great here because we're not doing a lot of capturing. The enemy is. We're doing a little, but not a lot. Spoils of Battle could change that. It's an action with a bonus amber that says a friendly creature captures an amber, and each creature with amber on it captures 1 from its opponent. That's pretty solid. And then Undingnathus is a 12-power beast that says while the tide is low, it deals no damage when fighting. Um, nice. 12-power body when you need it. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a Dark Discovery deck. We have drawn down, which is this is the actual rare. The other cards that we're going to see are special rares, but so I guess we should call this the drawn down combo, but it's Dark Discovery. Anyway, uh, drawn down is an action. You look at the top three cards of your opponent's deck. You discard one, put one on the bottom of their deck, and put one on top of their deck. Very nice. Then, and if you can do the combo in this order, it's the easiest to pull it off. But it's not impossible to pull off otherwise. Um, but you're going to want to remember that card you put on the bottom of their deck. Then you're going to do Dive Deep, in which case it's an action. You play it, you discard the top card of your opponent's deck, put a creature that shares a house with that card on the bottom of its owner's deck. So ideally, in step one here in Drawn Down, you put a card back on top of their deck that matches a creature they have in play. So when you play Dive Deep, you're going to be able to put one of their creatures from play on the bottom of their deck. At this point, you've just put two cards on the bottom of their deck. So then when you play Dark Discovery, which gets you an amber, you name two cards, you discard the bottom two cards of your opponent's deck, and if they are the named cards, then you purge Dark Discovery and forge a key at no cost, which is great. So that's a cool combo. And each of these things is like not bad on its own, but if you can fire the combo for a free key, that's pretty amazing. All right, what else do we have here? We have Sobob's Thingamabob. It's an artifact with a bonus amber. It's an item. And it says after your opponent forges a key, exhaust each creature they control. That's nice because if you get this out early, that's two times during the game that all their stuff is going to get exhausted at the start of their turn. So if you play it early enough, it's equivalent to playing uh, a Tide empowered Reclusal's Chant twice. That's great. And if you have a way to unforge, that's even better, right? Because then you get to trigger it more times. But I don't think we will in this deck. Echo Pearl is an artifact with a bonus amber. It's an item. It has Omni, destroy it, exhaust, stun, and enrage a creature. More great board control, right? It's going to be out of commission for a whole turn because of the exhaust. When it tries to get used, it's going to have to unstun first, and then after that, it'll only be able to fight. So really keep something out of commission for a while. Skyphos is a 3-power beast with hazardous 4. It has destroyed if the tide is high, archive it. It's okay. Ooh, Under Pressure is so good. It's an upgrade with a bonus amber. It says this creature cannot ready. Yikes. And with so many ways to exhaust creatures, um, this will just put a creature out of commission. It's so good. So frustrating. Valucanth is really good. It's a really good card. It's a 6-power Aquan. While the tide is low, it can't be used. But when it fights or reaps, you exhaust an enemy creature and each of its neighbors. Getting to exhaust 3 enemy creatures is strong. Especially when you can then under pressure one of them and make it never ready again. It's really good. Call of the Void is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you exhaust a creature. If it was already exhausted, you destroy it instead, and its controller loses an amber. If your opponent starts to store amber on the creature you put under pressure on, then this is a good way to get rid of it. Um, yeah, or just exhaust a creature for a turn. That's fine too. It's all good. Guilt-Spine Netcaster is a 2-power Aquan with enhanced 2 capture icons, so we'll see 2 more capture. I think we only saw the one. And it has Reap Exhaust a creature. More really good board control here in Unfathomable. 2 more Unfathomable cards. I would love for them to both be Tomwa. I'm not going to get it, but it would be great if they were. First one's Photic Raider. It's a 2-power Aquan with play capture 2. While the tide is high, it gets +4 power. That's some nice amber control and works well with the Faust. Yeah, and then lastly we get Storm Surge, which does combo great with some of this stuff. It's an action. When you play it, your opponent can't ready cards during the ready card step of their next turn. So this is what I mean, though, when I say that we can use the Unfathomable to just not let the opponent do stuff on the board. This is very disruptive, so the opponent's not going to get to do a lot of stuff with creatures. And if we have Ambrosia sitting behind a Lapisaurus, we can probably protect it pretty well from creatures. Now, direct damage is another matter, and 3 power is not too much to deal with. Um, but anyway, it's an interesting situation here. All right. Ooh, Growth Surge is an action with a bonus amber. When you play it, you give a flank creature 3+1 power counters. You give its neighbor 2 and the other neighbor 1. So it goes 3, 2, 1, working in from a flank. That could be really nice for the Ambrosius. That could be nice for Valucanth to keep it big, or the Netcaster. Um, make the Lapisaurus or the Faust big. That's pretty cool. I like it. Old Patty. All right, Old Patty is a 5 power beast and fisher. After it reaps, you discard the bottom card of your deck, or the bottom 3 cards instead if the tide is high, and then you play each creature discarded this way one at a time. Very nice. Assert Dominance is an action. When you play it for the remainder of the turn, a friendly creature gains skirmish, ready, and fight with that creature. It'd be great to use the Valucanth off turn. Super good. Infighting is an action. When you play it, each creature deals damage equal to its power to its right neighbor. I feel like this is going to be not usually playable in this deck because we have enough board presence. We probably don't want it, but it could be good. So it just depends on the circumstances. Nice to have it as a backup. And this second copy of Infighting got a capture icon. Not sure how I feel about that. Ooh, but we also have Keyfrog with the Infighting. So that's a pretty reliable way to, and 2 Infightings actually. So that's a pretty reliable way to be able to forge instantly is Keyfrog and then Infighting. We just need Amber generation. Mollymawk is a 5 power beast that when you play it destroys an artifact. One of these is probably good. We have enough artifacts in this deck. I wouldn't want to have a lot of them because we can just pitch it if we really need. If you destroy certain things at the right time, it's not a big deal. If you have this in your hand and you have Trojan Sauropod, you might play the Sauropod and then play the Mollymawk the turn after to destroy the Sauropod. Then you don't have to worry about that effect lingering. Myleobe is a 4 power beast. While the tide is high, it gains skirmish, and it has before fight enrage the creature it fights and each of that creature's neighbors. Really more nice board control. We're exhausting, we're enraging, their board's just not going to function. Reap or Sow is an action. When you play it, you either ready and reap with a friendly creature or give 3+1 power counters to creatures distributed as you choose. Very interesting. This is a way to maybe get a Patty reap off right away. That'd be great. Get a Valucanth reap off off house. Again, great option there. Witch of the Dawn is a 3 power human witch. When you play it, you return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. Excellent. 2 of those. Don't mind that at all. I mean, that can get the Keyfrog back even. It's possible that you Keyfrog, Infighting, Witch of the Dawn, Keyfrog, Infighting, and forge 2 keys that way. Although I just don't see the Amber production in here to make that make sense. And then lastly, we have Youngest Bear, who is a 2 power beast. This one got a capture icon on it, and it has Reap. You may reap with one of Youngest Bear's neighbors. That's also a great target for Reap or Sow. Although, what would we want him to be next to? Oh, yeah. Either the Gilt Spine Netcaster, or better yet, the Valucanth. And that'd be, or maybe a Consul Primus. Either of those would be great. Um, what's the raw amber in here? I feel like it's low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 raw amber. Not bad. But we are going to have to rely on getting some of those combos off, maybe getting the amber off of Ambrosius, getting some good reaps and some effects like that to try to keep up. Um, We do have some, but not insane, not a ton of amber control. And then we have a ton of creature control and the ability to just keep the opponent from ever doing stuff with their creatures, which I love that. So cool. That was Q Villanueva, the Growth Life Coach. I hope you enjoyed it and that you'll get out and forge some keys.